Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Rosebud Baby Blanket tutorial. I inadvertently fastened in where I'd left my stitch marker, and I'm going to have to reattach the yarn. So in part 1 where we left off, just pop your hook back in and remove the stitch marker. And we did finally finish off in part 1 just to the left of a treble. In the US that would have been a double crochet. So I'm just reattaching my yarn, and then you do a chain 1 and in the same stitch a double crochet, single crochet in the US, and in the next stitch another double crochet and 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, skip 1 chain, well, skip a stitch I should say, and then do another 2 double crochets. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch and do another double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and repeat. So skip a stitch and a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Okay, so what we've done now is created some 3 chain loops divided by 2 double crochets, and we've skipped a stitch. So we repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you when you get back to this side here. Okay, see you in a few moments. Okay, so we've reached the last, where we're going to do the last little loop. There's our final stitch, which we're going to skip. And to join, because we want the yarn to sort of be back over here, we need to do a treble. So you do a yarn over, ignore that first stitch there, the chain, and go into the top of the first double crochet you made. Do a yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And there you've completed the round where you have your little 3 chain spaces. Okay, now we're going to do a corner. So we do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 trebles. The first 3 chains represent a treble. Yarn over, pull through, and then 2 chains, and then another 3 trebles, all into the same space to create the corner. 1, 2, 3. And of course in the US this treble is known as the double crochet. Right, so there's the corner completed. Now we just need to do 2 chains to work down the side, and into the first chain loop make a double crochet. 2 chains, and into the next loop a slip stitch, then 2 chains and a double crochet into the next loop. 2 chains, and you're now at the next corner, and there you do 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 2 chains and another 3 trebles, all into that 3 chain space. 2, and the final 3rd treble. And what this does is it creates a corner and a side with a lacy effect. And now to work down the next side, you can see here you've got 3 chain loops That will be your next corner. So you're working into these 3 chain loops with a double crochet, a slip stitch in this one, and a double crochet in that. And in between them all, you do 2 chains. So once more, 1, 2 chains, a double crochet. In the US it's a single, and then another 2 chains, and then a slip stitch. 2 chains, another double crochet into the next chain space. 2 chains, 1, 2, and then you're ready to complete another corner. So you repeat this all the way around the next 2 sides, and I'll meet you when you reach here, the final 3 chain space. And we've arrived now back at the last 3 chain space and done a double crochet into that. So you do 2 chains, and then in the top of the 3 chains you make a slip stitch to join and complete that round. There we go. And now for the next round you do 2 chains and do a half treble, which is a half double crochet in the US, into the next stitch. And this 2 chains here represents your first half treble. And we're going to do half trebles all the way around now. So into the next stitch, half treble, into the corner, we do 3 half trebles, 2, 3, 2 chains, just slide those across, and then do another 3 half trebles all into the corner space. There we go. And we now need to do a half treble into all the 3 trebles in the row below. Just make sure you go into the top of the treble stitch. It's quite easy to just skip and go into there thinking that's the top, whereas in actual fact, to keep your stitch count correct, that's the top of this treble here. So a half treble in there, and in the next, and then in the 2 chain spaces here, just do 2 half trebles in this one, and then into the top of the double crochet, under the top 2 loops, just do another half treble in the next space, 2 half trebles, and then into the top of the slip stitch. If you look carefully, you'll see there are 2 loops here. Just pop your hook under the 2 loops, and there you do another half treble, 2 half trebles in the next space, and a half treble into the top of the next double crochet, and then 2 half trebles into the next space, and then you need to do half trebles into the 3 trebles here. So the top of the treble is just to the right of the post, and you go under the top 2 loops. Again, and then you're back to the next corner, and you repeat this all the way round. So this corner you repeat with the 3 half double crochets, 2 chains, 3 half double crochets, and then your half double crochets all the way down, just the way we did this one. Okay, so I'll meet you when we get back here. Okay, so we're now back to the last 2 chain space, and we need to do another 2 half trebles into that space. And then to finish off this round, you just, in your second chain that you made to start, that represented a half treble, just do a slip stitch in there, and then you fasten off. Just do a little yarn over, pull through, and then gently pull down. And then we've completed now the little lacy edging to the internal little the rosebud motif. So that finishes part 2. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you for part 3. Thanks again for watching.